4. Work is my hobby. Every year I spend over 200 days abroad, and the number of days spent on domestic trips further erodes chance to spend time at home. At times I have forgotten not only my wife's and children's birthdays, but my own as well. I am busy, and I must admit that I am very happy. Being busy with so much work, so happy that some people have said that I have gone mad over work. Since I started to work, I have never taken a day off, and I do not recall ever having even gone to the beach with my family. Yet I have no regrets. It is my belief that you are guaranteed success by pouring yourself into your work. No one who has poured himself or herself into work has ever failed. I suppose that people wonder what on earth a workhorse like me would enjoy in life. They probably cannot figure out why I would become a slave to work, rather than mixing business with pleasure and having a little fun. That type of thinking, however, could come only from people who have never experienced the true joy of work. From people who have never seen the true beauty of a person who pours himself or herself into something, completely from people who have never understood the even greater beauty of a young person completely absorbed in something, from people who never experienced the utter joy that comes with accomplishment and fulfillment. I think it is sad that human beings who are interrelated with everything else in this world consider work simply as a means to keep their stomachs full. It is even sadder to think that people in the prime of life, who should be filled with great dreams, vitality, and ambition, should feel that work is a nuisance. It is a great insult to the work ethic to think of work, sweat, and effort only in terms of accomplishment, fulfillment, personal development, and contribution to society. Work is something very precious and cannot be evaluated merely in financial terms. It is the same with study. You should study until the point when someone says that you have gone bonkers over studying. Did you ever notice the sparkling eyes of a thoroughly absorbed student? I tend to get flustered when people ask what my hobbies are, because I cannot think of a single hobby, particularly if a hobby is something you do to bide your time. Although occasionally I play a game of Go, I cannot call it a hobby, since that would be an insult to those really good players who do not consider it something you do just to bide your time. I have never played golf, and I have never gone to the theater or to concerts. If I had to say that I derive a great deal of joy from something, I would have to admit it is work. I have never had to force myself to work, and no one has ever had to force me. So if a hobby is something that brings you joy and satisfaction, then my hobby is work. If a business person handles his or her work spontaneously and takes a hobby like joy in it, then the business gradually grow and its facilities will expand. The same things happens with a student who takes a hobby like joy in study. The student's marks and standing will improve, and he went up a prize winner. You do not believe me? Just give it a try. Trying to be successful without pouring yourself into something is like trying to pluck a star out of the sky. But you cannot fail if you do. Pour yourself into whatever you are doing and really enjoy it. About 7 years before I started my own business, I worked for a company run by a distant relative. Although I was part of the family, I was still a regular wage earner. Yet I did my work as though I were the owner of the company. I did not wait for orders, and I always took the initiative myself to seek out work to do. I was never late for work and never took a day off. Because of the inexpressible joy I derive from accomplishment, I still work as hard day. For me, the fun of a round of golf or an exciting movie cannot even begin to compare with winning an order at a tug-of meeting with prominent international business personalities. At times, I have felt uneasy when approaching a new person with a new project. The same kind of tension, I suppose, that an athlete must feel when faced with an important test of his or her abilities. But the harder the test and the bigger the project, the greater my concentrated attention and interest. I burst with a rush of fresh energy and vitality after I read the hidden cards and come away successful, when the two of us shake hands in mutual satisfaction over an agreement on a contract that I really wanted.